Hi, I'm Jack Stanley. I'm with Stanley Coaching, and I'm really proud to offer this new opportunity to learn something in just one day. Green with Seth and I, we offer you a class called Conquering Yourself. Not conquering yourself, but conquering yourself. Yourself was built by many people. We think it's ourself, but it really isn't. It's like a lady I worked with not long ago. She came to me in her mid-30s. She had been in two positions already and rose up to management and was fired quickly each time when she got into management. They said, you have lots of talent, but there's something missing. She did make it through college. She struggled to get through college. In fact, she struggled in high school. We were talking to figure out what the issue was. What was the challenge in her life? What was the part of herself that kept getting to a point and dropping back, and getting to a point and dropping back? Getting married, having trouble, and getting unmarried, and then getting married again and having trouble and getting unmarried. All that about the age of 35. And when talking to her, I found out something very interesting. Her uncle called her aside at the night of her high school graduation and suggested to her she should go to the work in the factory with him because she had not been that good of a student to begin with, and the best that she should be able to expect is what he had is a factory job. Now, there's nothing wrong with the factory position. I have lots of people that enjoy working in the industry and working in production. It was not, however, where she wanted to be. She finished high school, went to college, and continued to fail at everything until we helped her find the reason for her thinking that she was not ready to go, not ready to succeed. She had a part of herself that had been written by someone else, and she was the only one that could break through it. And break through it, we help her do. I call that the theory or the strength or the power of cat poop in our lives. Cat poop is when something's been dropped into our lives and we look at it, it's painful, it hurts, and we bury it in our soul. We bury it deep, just like cats dig a little out, they poop, they cover it back in, right there. And it goes into our hearts and our souls and our minds, and it stays there, and it creates behaviors. It creates a belief system about our success or failure. It creates a thought system about what we can do. It creates a look at ourselves of what kind of person we might attract, or what kind of person we might not attract. And so we keep attracting people that are painful over and over. That's called cat poop. In this class that we're teaching called Conquering Yourself, we'll teach you how to find the cat poop and become more like dogs. A dog gets out the poop. When he poops, they look at it. They smell each other's poop. They say, oh, this stuff really stinks. And then they let the light hit it, and it becomes fertilizer in their life. What are you carrying around that is cat poop? Let me tell you another cat poop story. I do photography as a hobby, and I do weddings from time to time to help me buy my photography equipment. It's something I enjoy doing, and buying photography equipment is something I even enjoy doing more, if you know what I'm saying. So a young lady comes to me, and her mother brings her in and says, I would like for you to talk to Jack about shooting your wedding. And the wedding was going to be a good-sized wedding. I thought it'd be exciting to do. I could buy lots of camera equipment with it. So sitting just in front of me to my right across the table was this really attractive young lady who had just finished college, and her fiance, who was about a year out of college, and her mother. So I introduced myself, and she says something in the first two sentences out of her mouth, and she said, if I don't get exactly what I want, I'm going to pitch a bitch. I said, oh, okay. So I listened to her finish her story, and she was going to get exactly what she wanted. And I handily recommended her to another photographer. And it was a wise thing to do, because he's still fighting with her 10 years later about getting paid for it. But this young lady was not a bitch. She was not a bad person. She was reacting to the cat poop in her life. What is it? Don't know. But I promise you there's something buried in her heart that says she cannot be taken advantage of, or she's going to have a fit. And I'll bet you she feels like it is actually being taken advantage of over and over, because that's what she's trying to protect against. It's buried in her heart. It's cat poop, covered up, buried, but still seeping. We have all sorts of things that happen. Sometimes they're good things, sometimes they're bad things. When they happen in our life and we actually bury them in our soul, we create something I call seepage. It seeps into our thinking, it seeps into our muscles, it seeps into our minds, and creates a different way of looking at the world. Conquering your life is about finding the way to look at life the way it's really supposed to be. We all think we live in our truth, but our truth was created by our minds and by our events and how we interpret them. Truth is really quite different than what we think it is. Come check out Conquering Yourself. It's a one-day event. It has a lot of different things we're offering with it, which you'll see when you go look at some more. And you'll find there are ways to actually conquer the way you think. There are ways to conquer the way you walk, and ways to conquer the way you actually move through life that can totally change your outcome. Not just in a month from now or 6 months from now, but at the same day you experience this, you can start seeing changes immediately that will empower you to move forward. I'm Jack Stanley. Thanks for listening. Check out the rest of the stuff and sign up today